In this short video, I'm going to talk about strategies to get the most out of your reading. Before you start reading, it's important to know what you're hoping to gain from your reading. A good way to decide your reading goal is to focus on what you're trying to accomplish right now. In order to set your reading goal, consider why you're reading the text. Was it assigned or did you find it yourself? Are you confident that it will fill your needs? How does the text relate to what you already know? Note connections, contradictions, and missing pieces of your knowledge. What are your current questions? Can they be answered with simple facts and details? Or are you trying to gain a deeper or broader understanding of a theory? Do you have your own ideas about the best solutions to the issue? And are you willing to engage with differing ideas and opinions? Depending on how you answered the questions, your reading goal can likely be broken down into one of these four categories. Preliminary reading is reading to become familiar with a new topic and gain a top-level understanding. Details reading is when you're looking for specific references, facts, data points, definitions, or quotations. In-depth reading is when you have basic knowledge on a topic and need a deeper understanding. And critical reading is reading in order to analytically engage with an author's theories and ideas. It's important to remember that each of these reading goals is useful in different situations, and none are less academic. But they are accomplished through different techniques. So, what strategies should you use to meet your reading goal? If what you need is a preliminary overview of a topic, to find specific details, or to remind yourself of something you've already read, skimming and scanning are your best strategies. Skimming is looking for ideas, not details. When skimming, you're using the key structural elements of a text to quickly move through the document without getting bogged down in the argument and evidence. For a journal article, this means reading the abstract, figures and graphs, section headings, introduction, and conclusion. This should give you an idea of the topic and structure while building familiarity. If you need more context, read the first and last sentence of each paragraph, words that are italicized or bold, and any explanatory footnotes. Scanning is looking for key information when you already know what you're looking for, such as facts, statements, and keywords to support your argument, to inform yourself more widely, or to stay up to date with developments in your field. When scanning, run your eyes down the page looking for keywords and phrases, rather than reading word by word. With both of these strategies, focus on the parts of the text that meet your needs. And when you've answered your initial questions, you can confidently move on to the next text. If you need an in-depth understanding, you'll need to read the whole text, or at least the relevant portion of the text, closely. Taking time periodically to stop, summarize your understanding, and write those thoughts into your notes. Don't just copy phrases, put the ideas into your own words, and don't move on until you can recall the core information you've read. Before discussing critical reading, I should clarify that critical reading isn't about finding flaws or looking for ways to prove someone wrong. Instead, it's about developing your own theories and arguments. It's about finding ideas in the conversation that intrigue you and lead you to new insights that you can then add to the conversation in the field. Critical reading is about placing your own thoughts and understanding within the context of a specific question and finding a nuanced, supportable theory to explain or answer that question in a logical, unbiased way. So how do you do that? Well, it normally requires some rereading. But before you start, consider what you already know about the topic and write down any questions you have. Then, as you read, focus on how your questions and ideas engage with the author's argument and how the author's theories are in dialogue with the other texts you've read. Look for what the author might have missed or covered better, and how they could have defended their conclusions more effectively. It helps to think about the implications of the study and where there are gaps in the research by focusing on the conclusions drawn and the methodology used. There are several ways to engage critically with an article or report, and we've talked about them more in depth in our Evaluating Resources video. Critical reading is key for academic work, but it's also useful in the business world when searching for gaps in the market or researching investments and companies. In senior roles, strong critical reading skills will help you assess employee reports and proposals. And in junior roles, critical reading is essential to finding strong arguments backed by solid research in order to write proposals or reports that persuade others to take on projects or support a new goal. Even in team environments, critical reading is useful because it can help you to find the overlap and agreement in the various arguments your teammates are making, demonstrate how those differing arguments build on each other, articulate why one argument is more reliable than another, and demonstrate that you haven't ignored opinions different to your own. As you're using these strategies, keep asking yourself if you've met your reading goal. If not, switch strategies. Thank you for watching. If you're looking for more resources on academic reading and evaluation, contact the library team. We'll be happy to point you in the right direction.